and a huge reason to be bullish on crypto long-term, as Chainlink's co-founder explains their Swift partnership to test interbank blockchain tech.
The Chainlink just announced a new partnership with interbank payment processor Swift.
Basically, we're working together with Swift, DTCC, Euroclear, and some of the world's largest banks like Citi, BNP Paribas, and large custodians like BNY Mellon to see how blockchains can be used within their largest categories of transactions. And this means that basically the idea that each of them would have their own kind of chains, and then those chains would need to be connected to by them. So their systems need to get connected to those chains, and the chains need to get connected between each other.
Now we may have some insight onto why Gary Gensler is going so hard against Binance. Binance lawyers allege that the SEC chair Gensler offered himself to serve as advisor to the crypto company Binance back in 2019.
And then the chains also need to get connected to public blockchains in order to have access to that market.
Meaning before Gary Gensler was in charge of the SEC, when he was still at MIT, or maybe right when he left, he asked to be an advisor, work for Binance, but was rejected. Documents filed by the SEC on Wednesday indicate that attorneys from Gibson Dunn and Latham and Watkins, two of Binance's law firms, allege that Gensler offered to serve as an advisor to the crypto exchange in several March 2019 conversations with Binance executives and CZ.
The SEC has filed two major lawsuits, one against Binance and one against Coinbase.
By the way, the contagion may be spreading, but starting with Binance, Binance US suspends the use of fiat as a legal troubles mount. So the exchange said users should withdraw all their USD as soon as possible, as the Securities and Exchange Commission engages in extremely aggressive and intimidating tactics against the company. Irrespective of baseless claims, and in light of the Commission's increasingly aggressive tactics, our payment and banking partners have signaled their intent to pause USD fiat channels as early as June 13th.
What's going on against Binance is those are really, really serious. And this makes this asset class radioactive waste.
Yeah.
You get a new CEO at Coinbase to go back in there and say, let's make a deal.
I need to ask you about crypto because you had some exposure to FTX just yesterday. And in the past 36 hours, the SEC has filed two major lawsuits, one against Binance and one against Coinbase.
Big new updates if you hold crypto in the US. By the way, the contagion may be spreading, but starting with Binance, Binance US suspends the use of fiat as a legal troubles mount. So the exchange said users should withdraw all their USD as soon as possible, as the Securities and Exchange Commission engages in extremely aggressive and intimidating tactics against the company. Dear valued customer, as you may be aware, Binance US, alongside other companies in our industry, has become the target of aggressive tactics by the United States.
I think the thing that we think it'll show is that you can efficiently use existing infrastructure like Swift messages to utilize multiple blockchains through one integration by using something like Chainlink to interact with those hundreds of blockchains in an efficient way. I think we'll be able to show that moving value across chains can be done efficiently and securely. And I think we'll show that through that same interface, you can move value into public chains, which means that bank chains can gain access to public blockchains relatively easily using that Chainlink CCIP protocol and interface.